Hey, I'm Randy and I'm the Cheap Audio Man. Here at the Cheap Audio Man, we don't feel like hi-fi equipment. Amps, speakers, DACs, streamers should cost more than paying your HOA dues for the full year. And this doesn't. What is it? This is a brand new product. It's the iFi Zen Stream. Woo! It's a music streamer. So sit down, grab a cup of coffee, and let's talk about the iFi Zen Streamer. Today's sponsor is Taylor's Cable Management System. Yeah, it's high fidelity audiophile Velcro that's used to manage your cables. They're $19.99 a piece, and you get a whole bunch of them, but don't worry, because they're not going to mess with your cables at all and introduce any annoying distortion like other cable wrap things. Taylor's Velcro cable wrap system. It's $20. I would throw this, but I actually want to keep it. Okay. The Zen Streamer. Okay? Again, brand new product from iFi. I love iFi. Every product that I've had, I've loved. iFi Zen DAC, the Zen Can headphone amp, the Zen Blue Bluetooth receiver, the iFi Neo ID SD. It's a DAC. A little bit expensive, but I still liked it. Very nice. Very nice. So what is this? This is a streamer. Okay? Streamer only. There's no DAC in this. Let's take a look at the back if you can see that. There we go. Okay, on the back of this, you'll notice there's no DAC. Okay, so over here you have the Wi-Fi antenna. Okay, right there you'll see it's kind of like a little selector switch. Okay, each one of those switches is a different mode. Now you can put this in kind of just catch-all mode, which kind of does everything okay, or you can put it in the specific mode, like for Roon, for DLNA, whole bunch of stuff. Okay, let's look at it again. See if we can get it back in focus. There we go. Then you have a USB and a SPDIF. Okay, this SPDIF is got some fancy technology going on in it that's called Purify SPDIF. And then you have a USB. You have another, it looks like a USB-C, and that's for, it's called System Upgrade. And then there's a hardwire internet connection, and then the power. Looks like it works off of 9 volts. So the Zen Streamer works a little bit differently than most streamers out there, like the Blue Sound Node or the Andover Songbird, or pretty much really any streamer that's out there, Hios, Playfi. This doesn't have its own app, so it doesn't pull through like Tidal or Spotify or anything like that. It literally is kind of an end device. So this works off of Tidal Connect. This also works off of Spotify Connect. And then there is kind of an interface. And you have to go to it via IP address or like ifi.local or whatever it is. You can get it going by hardwiring it into your internet, or you can do Wi-Fi. If you do Wi-Fi, you have to put this into Wi-Fi pairing mode and then go into an IP address. Well, you can go connect it on your device because it's going to put out its own Wi-Fi signal. And then you go into an IP address or ifi.local, and then you select your Wi-Fi network. Now, I did get it to work off of Wi-Fi. Not well, okay? And I'm not saying that's the fault of the iFi. It's probably my own network because I have one of those mesh networks and I have multiple, call them repeaters or whatever you want to call them, extenders. So I did get it to work. It didn't work great, okay? I think if you have one router and one network, it's going to be fine. I did get it to work, not great. So the platform that one has to use to configure this looks exactly like Volumio. So if you have a Raspberry Pi and you've ever spent any time in Volumio, it's going to look pretty familiar because I think it's either made by the same people or was commissioned. But anyway, identical to Volumio. If you want to get your networked music off of a NAS, you have to go into the IP address, go into their interface, and then set up your NAS that way. It did not just automatically recognize my NAS like some other streamers do. Like the Blue Sound doesn't really do that. Like the Andover Songbird, Volumio automatically sees my NAS. So you just go in there, you type that IP address in there, and you put your username, and then you put your password, and then there's a couple other things I had to do before this picked it up. But again, you have to go through their IP address, their web portal, to be able to pick up your networked music. The Zen supports Spotify, supports through Spotify Connect, Tidal through Tidal Connect, YouTube Music, QQ Music. I'm not familiar with that. DLNA clients, JRiver, Audiovana, Roon, which I did use quite a bit. Now, there's 2 modes that will get you to Roon. One of which, when that little selector switch, let me show it to you again. When that little selector switch is on the kind of catch-all, that one, it works through AirPlay. Okay? I don't like doing Roon through AirPlay. However, when you select it to like Roon only or Roon optimized position, then it works like it should work, and that's to this as a Roon bridge, and then it can output MQA and all that good stuff. So there's 5 selectable modes basically on the back, and that's what that little dip switch, not dip switch, it's a little turny knob. That's what the little knob on the back is for. So the number 1 is like catch-all, everything. Does everything okay, but it doesn't do it. It does everything okay. All right, it's fine. All right. If you want to use this as a Roon bridge or Roon endpoint, put it at number 2. Number 3 is for Tidal only. Number 4 is network audio adapter only. And then number 5 is DLNA only. I only tried this in the catch-all mode and then the Roon only mode. And Tidal seemed to work just fine regardless, but I didn't select the Tidal only mode. All right. To get this to work the best, I actually had to connect this to a travel router that basically makes an Ethernet from your Wi-Fi. I've had to do that. I've done that for Raspberry Pis for Volumio and Raspberry Pis for Ropi that I put on there for a Roon endpoint. When I did that, everything worked just fine. It showed up. It was right there when I went into Roon to enable this device. It was right there. I enabled it, and everything was fine. I didn't have great experience using the Wi-Fi. But again, it's probably my network's fault, not necessarily the Zen streamer's fault. I forgot to mention the price. The price on this is $399, okay? So, this is where I start to have a head-scratching moment about this device. While it is refreshing in the fact that it doesn't have its own app to integrate or pull through like Spotify, Tidal, or whatever, I wish it could do other music services, specifically Amazon Music HD. And most services don't do Amazon Music HD. That's fine. That's fine. You can't do Qobuz natively on this. You can only do Qobuz through Roon. Okay? So, here's where I get confused. This has all the functionality of a Raspberry Pi running Volumio. Frankly, it seems like it is running Volumio for at least kind of like the foundational setup and things like that. It is identical to Volumio, even the menus and everything. So, this could work as Volumio, all right? Because Volumio does Tidal Connect, Volumio does Spotify Connect, Volumio picks up all your networked music. Also, Volumio doesn't do Roon great. However, you can put Ropi, whatever you want to call it, on a Raspberry Pi. And then that works flawlessly with Roon. Very similar to this. Now, I talked to iFi, I went back and forth with them on a few emails, asking what the value proposition here was. And the value proposition, according to iFi, is that it has a very good clean. It's called the Purify Coaxial Out. Okay? Great. That's great. So there's value in that. There's also value in this in that it's not a Raspberry Pi, although it looks very similar to a Raspberry Pi from the software interface and acts a lot like Raspberry Pi when you're trying to get your network music and stuff. It's basically kind of like having Volumio and Ropi already loaded up, already put into an enclosure and ready to go. And it's a little bit smoother than running Raspberry Pis. But you can run a Raspberry Pi on a Pi 4, or you can run Volumio on a Pi 4 USB out for less than $100. You can run Ropi or a Roon bridge on a Raspberry Pi 4 and just USB out. Buy a case for $20. Or you can get a Raspberry Pi 3 and put a digital hat on it. Now, is that digital hat probably going to be as clean as this? Maybe not. I don't know. But from a functional standpoint, it's going to be pretty similar, if not identical. The other thing that confuses me about this product is this sits in the Zen family, and I love the Zen family. The Zen DAC, the Zen CAN, the Zen Blue. Now, Zen Blue actually is a Bluetooth receiver. But if this is sitting on the stack, generally that stack's on a desktop, which is generally right next to a computer. So the computer can kind of be a streamer, okay? I like this product, but you have to add a DAC to it. And if that DAC's going to do MQA, you can get the iFi Zen DAC, which is I think $130 as MQA, or you have to add a different DAC. So when you start to add the $400 onto the $130 for the Zen DAC, now you're at $530. Well, guess what's $500 or $550 sometimes? The Blue Sound Node. Okay, has a lot of functionality, has a DAC included into it, okay? Can also do MQA out. Now, one of the, and it might be one of the benefits of this thing is it's kind of a blank canvas. So for any streaming services that are coming out, probably be really easy to integrate it into this. However, this to me felt very similar to a very, very, very good, well done Raspberry Pi that's in a case. I still had a lot of the frustrations and issues getting the Wi-Fi running, and I never really got it running perfectly. I got it running okay in my office. I've had similar experiences with Volumio. So for me, this product at $400 is a bit of a head scratcher. I get it, but I don't get it. I see there's value in this, but if you're a tinkerer, a Raspberry Pi running either Volumio or Ropi may be a lot less expensive. Now, you only get the Tidal Connect feature on Volumio if you are paying for their annual membership, which I think is about $30 a month. So that seems to be, that is included in this. You get Tidal Connect right out of the box. I just don't know. I don't get this product. I just don't get it. I see it, but for me personally, I couldn't see myself purchasing one of these because I'll just get a Raspberry Pi. Now, maybe when people start to do testing on it, the digital out will be so perfect and so clean that there may be a reason to buy this just for the Purify technology for the coax, and I think it may have something on the USB as well, but I don't know. I want to love this product because I love all the Zen products, but I feel like this is a bit overpriced at $400, and I could be proven wrong. Please prove me wrong. Please, somebody show me where the great value is in this. But for me, I'm getting a Raspberry Pi and I'm loading it up and doing my thing. Now, if you don't want to do that, bear in mind you're still going to have setup issues. You're still going to be going to IP addresses to get this thing going. So feels an awful lot like me to a Raspberry Pi, just in a prettier case, okay? I hate doing this review. I hated doing this review because I love iFi products. And iFi, if I'm wrong, please let me know. Let me know why I'm wrong here, okay? If you want to support the channel and you like what we're doing, you can subscribe. Hit the bell icon so you see when all my videos are uploaded. You can also Buy products through the links. Those are affiliate links, and I will get a commission. Not all of my links are affiliate links, but for the most of the time they are. You can also sign up for Patreon, patreon.com/cheapaudioman. Every Sunday night we have patron-only Zooms. We also have a patron-only Facebook group. So, don't binge watch anything. Binge listen, maybe streaming through your very new Zen streamer, and fill your soul with happiness. And with that, I'm Randy. I'm the Cheap Audio Man.